we are still left at the end of the day with a $1.5 trillion problem that is grown on top of an $18 trillion problem. And I, therefore, believe that the simple notion of the key to getting out of a hole is to quit digging. And fundamentally, I believe that this bill does more digging than not. And I say that from three different points. One, there's a process question. In fairness to the chairman and others, in some ways this was handed to them, and I think that there are serious questions any of us should have with regard to process. Two, it does remove the caps. And as draconian as they are, they represent the only piece of financial restraint in Washington, D.C. that has encumbered this entity that I think has a lot to do with the fiscal restraint that we've seen on domestic discretionary spending. And finally, as my colleague from California just pointed out, there is borrowing from Peter to pay for Paul. And if you look at where disability insurance is getting money from the standpoint of old age survivors, you look on the bandwidth question, you look on the strategic oral question, you look at pension smoothing and a whole number of other areas, you're left with this larger question of this does still not solve the problem of this upward trajectory that we have with regard to spending in this place. And therefore, I'd remind everyone of what Admiral Mike Mullen said, who's the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He said that the greatest threat to our civilization was the national debt. At the end of the day, this bill compounds it, and for that reason would respectfully encourage a no.